Wildcat Basketball Weekly, presented by Hughes Federal Credit Union, home of the official U of A debit card, voted Best Bank Credit Union and Best Debit Card. Get yours today at hughesfcu.org.
Welcome to another edition of Wildcat Weekly with head coach Sean Miller. Wildcats home Tuesday night against New Mexico, final non-conference game of the regular season. Then a nice break for the holidays before conference play opens over in the Bay Area. And Coach, before we get ahead, let's look behind. Your team has played its last the last two games away from home. Impressive wins at Missouri against Texas A&M in Houston. What can you draw from those two victories that can help your team now through the rest of the season?
Well, I think any time that you travel and you play a true road game, which we did at Missouri, and then you play a neutral, but in Houston, I think the crowd favored Texas A&M, playing them in the state of Texas. It prepares you, number one, for the 9 road games in our conference. We have such a spectacular home court and such a crowd that allows us to be in a comfort zone and certainly to use them, our crowd, to our advantage in so many ways that you can get comfortable, almost really, if you think about it, have like an unrealistic expectation moving forward, as if every game is going to feel that way. When that's taken from you, I think that your team and individual players, especially the younger players, have to have a sense of comfort that we can do it with the crowd and without the crowd. So I think the obvious statement is having success away from McHale, I think gives our team a sense of comfort and confidence moving forward for the 9 away games in the Pac-12 season.
Going into the game against Texas A&M, it looked like a battle of the inside players. That was the strength of Texas A&M. So talk about Dusan and Lowry and how valuable they were for your team on the inside, offensively and defensively, to win the game.
I thought our size really helped us. There were a few inside shots that Texas A&M didn't convert, and maybe they missed them on their end. But I think our size has something to do with it. Our inside guys are learning how to go straight up without fouling, maybe being in better position. We had a number of really good low post traps that caused either turnovers or maybe an apprehensive situation where you get trapped one time, you catch that next low post catch, and you start to look for it to come again. Late in the game, we didn't execute the post trap nearly as well, but our inside guys, for the most part, did a very good job against what I would consider not one very talented player, but 2. They're freshman number 44 and Davis. Together, I think, both have bright futures beyond college.
When you are on the go, you need your credit union to be right there with you. Hughes Federal Credit Union makes your life easier, offering tools to organize your finances and keep your payments up to date and you on track for your future. You also want a financial institution you can trust and cares about the things you do. For 60 years, Hughes has called Southern Arizona home and has given back to our community, investing in the causes that make our area a better place to live. Isn't that who you want as your financial partner?
Wildcat Basketball Weekly continues, presented by Hughes Federal Credit Union. Show your Wildcat spirit with a U of A Visa debit card. Get yours today at hughesfcu.org.
We've got New Mexico coming to town on a Tuesday night, last game before the holidays. Of course, this is a great rivalry between the two border states. Tell us about the Lobos from what you've seen so far.
Well, they have an inside-outside combination in Brown and Williams that, to me, rival any team that we've played. Elijah Brown is an older player, very smart, can score. Craig Neal, New Mexico's coach, does a really good job of getting him shots. We have to be really on assignment, and like we've been against some other talented perimeter players, because he can beat you from the foul line, he can beat you from the three-point line, and he can drive the ball. Inside, Williams isn't as big as a Karnowski or Tyler Davis, but he's very effective. He's that classic power forward who can score and rebound, and he does it in a lot of unique ways. So we have a test on both sides. On defense, they mix their defenses. I'm sure they'll play a lot of zone against us, and we have to be ready to handle that. And I think the final piece to New Mexico, which is really impressive, is they're a team that plays 10 players. They're deep. They play 5 inside players. They play 5 perimeter players, and they have the depth that can really wear you down.
You like to play all your non-conference games before the holiday break, so number 13 will be New Mexico. How important is that to give the guys a few days off, be they go home or just get away from basketball?
It's really important, and I'm not so sure that moving forward that this is what we want to do. It really pushes you in a number of directions. The last 2 weeks, juggling games, the practices, the sometimes travel, and also watching these guys finish up the first semester with their final papers and prepare for final exams is really asking a lot of them. And we might feel it a little bit more this year because we're not playing 8 or 9 players, we're playing only 7. But no question, it's a tough task. I can remember a year ago we played Long Beach State in our final home non-conference game. And although we won the game, we didn't have the energy that we had earlier in the non-conference season. And I think a lot of that had to do with, hey, this is our 13th game, and in a short period of time, everybody's looking forward to getting home for the holidays. We have to guard against that against New Mexico. If we have that mentality, they'll be more than happy to come in here to McHale and leave us with a loss. And they're a good team, and they're capable of beating anybody on their schedule. The test here against New Mexico, they could be the best team that we've played at home this season, and we have to be ready to go.
Wildcats take on the Lobos Tuesday night at McHale Center, and then the holiday break before Pac-12 play opens at Cal. And we'll see you again next time on Wildcat Weekly.
Thank you for watching Wildcat Basketball Weekly, presented by Hughes Federal Credit Union, home of the free U of A Visa debit card. Get yours today at hughesfcu.org. Federally insured by NCUA.